We've watched Todd Grimshaw for more than 20 years now. He started off as that cocky kid strutting around the cobbles, but he's finally grown into himself. At least he was. These days, Todd looks like a shadow of who he used to be. And next week, things are going to hit the fan. The drama we've all been dreading comes crashing in. There's a guaranteed body count and someone's packed their bags for Thailand. So it's not just about whether Todd gets out. The real question is, what's he willing to do to survive? I've got a proper knot in my stomach just thinking about him facing that monster again. It's going to be one of those weeks where you can't look away from the telly, even when you want to. So let's have a look at what's coming, because it's about to get very dark on the cobbles. The cobbles are going to be absolutely buzzing next week, and the format they're using for this Judgment Day week is proper clever. We're getting 4 days of flashbacks. Every single episode from Monday to Thursday starts at the exact same moment. Carla Connor and Lisa Swain arriving at Underworld for their wedding reception. A gorgeous day, right? Swarla fans, you're going to be loving those opening scenes, but while the confetti is falling, somebody in Weatherfield is taking their final breath. We've got the filthy five on the chopping block. Jodie Ramsey, Carl Webster, Maggie Driscoll, Megan Walsh, and the man we all love to hate, Theo Silverton. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. Out of all of them, Theo is the one making my blood boil the most. We've watched Todd go through the absolute ringer, haven't we? Gareth Pierce has been acting his socks off. When Todd finally opened up to Kit and Lisa about the lacerated spleen and the months of torture, blimey, it was heavy stuff. But as we know with soap villains, a restraining order is often just a piece of paper to a psychopath. Kicking things off on Monday, Theo has gone fully unhinged. He's been exposed, he's cornered, and that makes him more dangerous than ever. Todd, bless him, is just trying to survive. He's planning to fly out to Thailand to see Eileen and Jason. Wouldn't it be amazing to see Ryan Thomas pop back as Jason, even just for a cameo? A fan can dream. But before he can get to the airport, Todd has to go back to the flat. George Shuttleworth, who has been an absolute diamond lately, hasn't he, is watching over him like a protective dad. Todd thinks the coast is clear. He enters the flat, heart in his mouth, just wanting his suitcase. But then the shadow moves. Theo emerges, holding Todd's bag. I don't know about you, but that image of Theo holding the suitcase, it's proper chilling. It's like he's saying, you aren't going anywhere unless I say so. Luckily, George isn't far behind. There's a violent scuffle, proper get-off-the-sofa drama, and they manage to overpower Theo and leg it. They report it to Kit, but by the time the coppers get there, Theo has vanished. He's like a ghost, honestly. Now, here is the bit that had me shouting at the screen when I read the scripts. Todd gets in a cab. He's literal minutes away from freedom, but he realizes he's forgotten his phone. I know. We're all thinking it. Todd, mate, just leave it. Buy a cheap one in Bangkok. But in the heat of the moment, with your life in a bag, you aren't thinking straight. He stops the cab and heads back. And there he is, Theo, standing in the middle of the street, smug as you like, holding Todd's phone. It's a terrifying game of cat and mouse from here on out. And then it gets worse. Summer Spellman gets caught in the crossfire. Now, we've seen Summer go through so much lately with the loss of Billy. If Theo is the one behind that Corrie crash that killed Billy, and Summer finds out while she's trapped with him, that is a recipe for absolute disaster. I've been thinking about this Whodunnit reveal on Friday. The fireworks go off for Carla and Lisa's wedding, and Betsy finds a body. Is it Theo? I genuinely hope so, but Corrie loves a twist. Viewers might remember when we thought Stephen Reed would get away with it for months. This feels different. This feels like the end of the road for one of the filthy five. My theory? I think Todd might be forced to do the unthinkable. We've seen him be manipulative in the past, but we've never seen him be a killer. But when a man is pushed into a corner and the person he loves like a daughter, Summer, is in danger, you'd do anything, wouldn't you? If Todd takes Theo out to save Summer, it would be the ultimate redemption and the ultimate tragedy all rolled into one. Then again, what about George? He's been telling Theo to stay away or he'll suffer. George is a funeral director. He knows how to handle a body. Light humor aside, wouldn't it be something if the gentlest man on the street was the one to end the monster? Let's look at the other suspects for a second. Maggie Driscoll, the husband slayer. Jodie Ramsey. They've all got motives to be the victim or the killer. But the Todd and Theo storyline feels like the heart of the week. It's been building for so long. It's been slow burn misery, and we need that release. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to see the other perspectives. We'll see what Megan Walsh is up to. Honestly, that woman is grotesque, and how Carl Webster fits into the puzzle. But I keep coming back to that street confrontation. Todd, face to face with the man who broke him. I genuinely didn't see this coming, but the spoilers suggest the danger is amplified later in the week. That usually means a chase, a high-up ledge, or a locked room. Given they're at the flat, it's going to feel very claustrophobic. British soaps do that trapped feeling so well, don't they? It makes your own living room feel a bit smaller while you're watching. I've seen some fans saying on social media that they think Kit Green might be involved in something dodgy. He's been a bit too helpful, hasn't he? Is he really the hero cop, or is he playing his own game? If Kit turns out to be anything other than a legend, I'll be gutted. We need a win for the good guys. By the time we get to Friday's climax, the tension is going to be through the roof. The wedding reception reception at Underworld is meant to be a celebration of love, but the irony of it happening while a murder is taking place is classic Coronation Street. It's that mix of the mundane, the party, the cake, the dancing, and the absolute macabre. If the body Betsy finds belongs to Theo, the question shifts from who is the victim to who did it. And with Todd planning to flee to Thailand, he's the perfect suspect, isn't he? He killed him and tried to hop on a plane. It's almost too perfect for the police to ignore. I honestly think we're looking at a landmark week for the show. It's gritty, it's dark, and it's finally giving Todd the spotlight he deserves, even if it's for such a heartbreaking reason. I just want him to get to that airport. I want him to see Eileen. I want him to have a beach and a bit of peace. But this is Weatherfield. Peace is usually just the silence between two screams. What do you lot reckon? Is Theo the one who ends up in the morgue? Or is Corrie going to pull the rug out from under us and kill off someone we actually like? I've got a horrible feeling that the terrifying consequences for Summer might mean she's the one who has to pull the trigger, metaphorically or literally.